Welcome to another PC Sportscards PSA Reveal. This is Josh with PC Sportscards. We are the largest group submitter. We send in the most cards to PSA. We sent in 400,000 last year. It looks like this week we're going to break a record. We're already over 15,000 cards with another day to go on our account. What we have here today, as you can see, we have 3 small stacks instead of a bunch of big ones. Right now, today, what we're doing is we're going to go through the top 10 cards from 3 of the submissions that came back. Usually we do a full submission, but I went through a lot of the submissions that came back. We had like 7 come back, and I decided this would be a fun format for it instead of just going through and seeing 60 of the same card, 30 of the same card, all the same stuff over and over again. So I picked out a bunch of cards that I think we could talk about a little bit more in detail, give you some ideas of what I'm doing, buying, selling, and just go into depth about it. If you like these videos, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell so you can get alerts whenever we put one up. We will put up a video every single day that we do a submission. Without further ado, let's get started. The first card up we have is a 2013 Panini Hoops Giannis rookie PSA 10. This was number 10 of the first standard submission. We're going to go 10 through 1 in all the submissions. So, wanted to talk about the Giannis rookie market a little bit. It's a little soft right now, but these are 3 of the main cards that are in the market. And as you could tell, the Hoops is $800 compared to double for a Select and about 5 times the price as a Panini Prism. And there's more PSA 10s of those cards. What that says to me is this is a buying opportunity. Yes, Prism is main brand, Select is the second brand. There weren't that many Hoops products back in 2013. Not as many as there are today, that's for sure. And it's a generally low pop compared to some of the other players that we see nowadays. Even across the board, you take those 3 products together, and you're looking at still about 5,000 cards that are PSA 10s compared to Luka, which is over 15,000 PSA 10 Prism cards. So I'm a buyer on the Hoops Giannis rookie card as a PSA 10. So that's the first card up. We're not going to go into detail about every single card that we have here, but we are going to show them, talk about them a little bit. Okay, let's get a better focus on this. There we go. First card up here, we have a 2018 Contenders Jaron Jackson. This is a PSA 9, but the cool thing about this, as you can see here, it is a 1 of 1. So there are going to be multiple 1-of-1s. You can see it says 1 of 1 right in the middle. It's a little tough to see, but everybody's on Jaron Jackson. A lot of people are on him. There's a lot of good players in Memphis right now. Personally, I'm a buyer on Ja, and that's really it. I don't think second and third players really ever sell well, and we're going to talk about that down the road in this video, actually. Next up, one of my favorite players in the NBA, Mr. Jason Tatum, PSA 10 rookie. Again, this was in our standard submission. This first standard submission that we had come back, it's called 2020.62. We had a 57% gem rate in that order and a 30% mint rate. So there were 95% of the cards were either a 9 or better. You know, Tatum, I don't know if he's got the best start of the year, but there's a lot of upside in all of Jason Tatum cards. While this is a very common one, which we all know, that's on this slab. While this is a very common one, you know, can't go wrong when you get a Tatum PSA 10, turning a $200 or so raw card into $800. Next up, and the next card that we're going to talk about, is our Steph Curry. This is a first-year Prism PSA 10, which happened to be Klay Thompson's rookie year. So I talk a lot about buying the best player. As you can see, these cards pretty close in value, and that is Klay Thompson's best rookie card and just a first-year Prism for Curry. There's not many Klay Thompson cards that are more expensive than Curry. This is one of the very few that you'll find, but this is an example of the first year of a product being worth a lot of money, and it shows that because it's so close to Klay's rookie card. Next up, somebody I have been talking a lot about. I know they just lost in the playoffs this weekend, but we have DK Metcalf. This is a silver field level PSA 10. Field level is like courtside when you compare it to basketball. It's in the 200s. It's the rarest rookie, and this is obviously a little bit rarer when it's a silver. Pop 46 on this, and as you can see below that, we have a Pop 50 for a Prism that's $950. Yes, I know Prism is better, but to me, similar pops, when I looked at this, I should have written down the exact numbers, but there were more Prisms graded than Select, so there just shows you how few are graded, and there's going to be a lot more of these graded as we go through the winter and as standard and express orders start coming back and bulk orders start coming back for that matter. So I believe that this card will drop in value in the next couple of weeks, but it is a card I am going to focus on getting. If it gets down to like the 300 to 350 range, I'll start buying these up leading into next season. Next up, we got a 2012 Topps Chrome Trout X-Fractor. This is actually a $500 card. So this is not a rookie, as you can see, but it's a second year, and we've seen second year cards take huge jumps in the past couple of years. A lot of people are on Luka and Trey, and I think that second year cards are actually going to drive the basketball market this year. We're not seeing the best rookie class, even though ball is off to a hot start. But this used to be a card you could pick up at a show for $1 or $2, and now a raw card is about $200, and a PSA 10 is about $500. So if you have boxes laying around when you were ripping back then, you should start looking through them because you might have those sitting around. Next, we have a Mike Trout again, Gatorade Bat SP. I just love the short print cards. You know, some of them have like the 2015 update is a sparkle. The 2011 update has a sparkle as well, I believe. There's a lot of image variations like the Big Bat Trout. I just think this is a cool set to put together. This is about $150 to $200, which is not that expensive when you're looking at Mike Trout short print cards. But again, I'm going through the top 10, and I'm trying to pick cards that we don't always see, right? I could put more valuable cards. I could put cards that, you know, you might want to see some more basketball cards and stuff like that. But the whole idea of this was to show cards that we don't always see. We don't want to always see the same thing, and that's where we got these guys. 2 Yao Ming rookies. One is Chinese, as you could see. His name is written on one of them is Yao, and then the other one in Chinese. The PSA 10 goes for about $500, either base or Chinese. And as you can see, the centering is a lot different. It's hard to see in this light, but way off center, left to right for the Chinese one. And it goes about $200 the PSA 9. We're seeing a big jump in all of these 1997 to 2003-4 rookie Chrome cards. Everybody's going up. I'm a big Duncan guy, as you all know. So Duncan went down to about $900 again, and now he's back up $1,600, $1,700 for a PSA 10. I would expect that trend to continue. I think people will be selling out of guys like Zion and Ja and Luka and putting it into guys like this that are undervalued that have lower pop reports. So I'm going to buy on all those rookies right now. And the last card from Standard 6, how can you not put a 1957 card in, let alone Mickey Mantle? Lots of creases. It got a 1. You know, back is all gross, but who cares? You got a 57 Mantle here. This is about a $150 card. So you decide, do you want a 57 Mantle for $150, or do you want a 2014 Trout Gatorade Bath PSA 10? That's the cool thing about this hobby. You can collect either one and they're the same exact price. You know, a lot of Mantles are in the $100, $200 range in low grade, but can never pass up putting up one of these cards when they come in. So that is the first standard submission that came back. Those are the top 10 cards from that submission. Next up, we have standard 115. Now, this had a 58% gem rate and a 36% mint rate. Very similar to the previous order, 94% overall. First card up. Fernando Tatis, PSA 10. I've been saying this on all of my videos. Tatis, Acuna, Soto, Luis Robert, Betts, Arenado, DeGrom. Buy. As you can see here, on December 29th, so 10 or 11 days ago, one sold for just over $200. Now it's sold for $275. Buy it now. So far, I've picked up about 15 of these in the last 2 weeks. I'm still buying them. Baseball is going to do the same thing that basketball did. There's nothing these guys are going to do until at least March. that's going to hurt them and bring their stock down. I am a strong buy on all of these rookie cards. I know there's a lot of Trout. I'm a big Trout fan, but here we have an Allen and Ginter Trout. Second-year card again, but I'm just showing you all these second-year cards have value. I should have looked this one up also. I didn't. But I'm going to bet this is a $100 card. All of Trout's cards are going up. When you can't afford the rookies, you start looking at second year. Kawhi SP Authentic, the same thing. The same thing. Rookie cards are going up. Basketball cards are going up. There's less of these out there. I'm a big Kawhi fan. I think he's undervalued. We don't always see these. This customer actually submitted about 20 Kawhi cards or 30 Kawhi cards. And I know this isn't a pro uniform, but I like Kawhi. When I was on one of my interviews with Craig, he called ASU the Aztecs, so we have a little San Diego State reference. And I just like the card. I like action pictures. He was not supposed to be the superstar, and he's just one of the top 5 players in the NBA. Another buy for me, we have Saquon Barkley, injured this year. This is a tie-dye. It's field level, and it's numbered to 25. So, again, we have the rare version here, and it's numbered to 25. I don't see how this could be any less valuable today in 6 months. If you could find these or even just the base ones, to me, Saquon's a buy. The Giants actually could be good next year. Top 10 pick. All they got to do is improve a few more spots, get some more weapons. They were showing a lot of fight towards the end of the year. Not getting the playoffs was probably a long-term good thing for them. I am a buy on Saquon. Not a lot of stuff I'm selling, guys. I know that. I understand that I say buy a lot. I'm selling. If I have those football cards, I'm selling them right now so I can buy them back in a few months. I'm talking long term. I guess I should be a little bit more specific with that. Next up, we have 2 cool cards. Bo Jackson, Score PSA 9, and a Murphy Jeter PSA 9. Look at the difference in price. $40 for this, $200 for this. If you can find the Bo Jackson in a PSA 10, that's a $200 card. If you find the Jeter in a PSA 10, it's an $800 card. These are the cards that are going up the same as the 90s basketball cards. This is not his best rookie card. Jeter has tons and tons of rookie cards. I'd say this is a top 5 rookie card for him. And this is just an iconic Bo Jackson card. You can't, when you get one of these in, you can't not show it. And this is super well centered, little rough on the edge on the top over here. Nothing crazy wrong with it. I'd bet if you put this next to a PSA 10 raw, you wouldn't know which is which 9 times out of 10. Just cool cards to get back. One of the reasons I love the standard orders and the express orders over the bulk orders. Next up, we have a Mookie Betts update PSA 10, just like Tatis. The sky is the limit, man. Betts was a $400 to $500 card 2 weeks ago. Now they're clipping over $600. They'll probably get to like $750-ish before the season starts, is my guess. And there's no reason for them not to. If you compare Mookie Betts and all those other guys to the basketball guys, they're going for basketball is going for a lot more. Football quarterbacks going for a lot more. What is stopping these guys from going up? Absolutely nothing. Forgot what my screenshots up there were. All right. Another banger. We got a LeBron PSA 10 2012 USA. Great image. Great card. $1,000 for this, I think, right? There's not much you could say about these. I love these USA cards. USA cards always sell for a premium. I think this is probably selling a little bit less than a base 2012 LeBron right now. Not sure of the long-term value, but if you look at USA when it comes to National Treasures and Immaculate and Flawless, whichever the USA cards happen to be in that year, they are always more expensive than the regular cards. I love the set. I would love to put this set together. You know, again, this goes back to buying what you like. Next up is another $900 card. We have a Soul of the Game, Michael Jordan. 90s inserts are absolutely going bonkers. A couple years ago, I had the chance to buy a different insert of Jordan for $1,000 as a PSA 10. And today I looked and the PSA 8 is going for the same $1,000. You know, these cards are just amazing. You don't find them in this kind of condition all the time, obviously. These are 20-year-old cards that were probably sitting in somebody's house that they just picked up. And it's just a great card. It's just fun to see these come back. You don't get to see this all the time, and that's why I don't want to waste your time with all that other stuff, and I could show you all these cards. Number 1 card, Dr. Anthony Fauci, Topps Now PSA 10. Now, there's a lot of these out there. These were printed beyond belief. I mean, they made so many of them because everybody loved this card. Fauci, mask on, PSA 10. Raw's going for $60. PSA 10's going for $250. You know, if I'm getting these, I'm getting rid of them. This is a sell to me, but it is an awesome card. This is one of the first ones that I've seen come back, actually. But there's no way this maintains its value. This card reminds me of Jordan Spieth, first pitch. This is a first pitch card also. And Jordan Spieth's first pitch card, I got those. I was grading in BGS. Got a 9.5, sold those for like $60. Got some 10, sold those for $300 or $400. And then you could pick them up later in the week for raw cards for a quarter. You know, I know the raw card is going $60, but still, $60. You send this in standard. Hell, if you think it's clean, you send it in express, put 65 more bucks into it. You're still doubling your money with a $250 sell price on it. I think this is great. If you can find the buyers for it, sell it right away. Sell it all day. Buy 5 of them, grade them, sell all but one if you want to keep it, and just count the other money. But just a great card to have, and just, you know, we need to get rid of this stuff and a good memory of it. Good reminder of it. Last up, we have Express 36. Now, Express, as you folks know, are my favorite submissions. No question about it. The best submissions we have. High-end cards galore. A lot of fun ones coming back. This order is no different. You know, we're going to start off. And I was going through it. We had about half this order was gaming cards. I know we don't do gaming cards a lot, but this card is just fire. A complete kaboom on this one. $8,000 is a PSA 10. And that's as a pop 450, way higher than I thought it was. And if you look, a PSA 9 is just $1,600. I didn't realize this was an $8,000 card. The customer was super lucky, and I don't think they even got upcharged on it. You know, I just saw 1996 and I saw PSA 10. I'm like, wow, that's going to be cool. I'll show that one. And then I looked up the prices and I was amazed. Just a crazy card. Don't see them all day. It's the Japanese version, so you don't see that. Really hard for us to submit because we have no idea what it says, but just awesome overall. Next up, we have a John Jones Topps UFC PSA 10 auto. You know, heavyweight champion, one of the best around. Another card you don't see a lot of, you know. So remember, Express, we don't see them as much. And that's why we're doing this 30-card highlight right now. We're just doing a 30-card overview and going through them a little bit slower, talking about it a little bit. You know, I don't know anything about John Jones. I don't know anything about UFC cards. But I'm sure this is a good card. Randy Rosarina, Gold Refractor, Topps Chrome PSA 10. I mean, I know he was hot last year, helped get the Rays to the World Series, but I'm a sell on this. Yeah, it might go up, but I would sell this and I'd get into base cards and move it and get my money and move out. Topps Chrome is high. Gold Refractors are great. Probably very low pop. Gorgeous card, though. Really pops off that light. Next up, we got a Steph Curry Genesis. This is amongst my favorite cards. I think the Genesis and the Peacocks and all the Mosaic super short prints are really gorgeous cards. You know, Curry, obviously one of the best shooters ever. Somebody said he was the 13th best player ever. I completely argue with that. I would put him in the top 50, but I don't know how high. He could shoot. Couldn't really defend. He could shoot and handle the ball, though, man. He can handle that rock. Just got to stay healthy. One of the nicest cards that we have is a Zion Williamson PSA 10. We actually had 2 silver Zion PSA 10s in this order. So, what I have up here today is the Zion PSA Pop Report and BGS Pop Report. The Zion, a recent True Gem or True Gem Plus BGS compared to a PSA. And there's some reasoning behind it. As you can tell, there's 1,051 PSA 10s and out of 3,100 graded. That's about a third. 1,844 PSA 9s. You know, that's a little bit over 50%. And then you look down at BGS and you're looking at 1,644 9.5s, 29 dimes of this card out of just 2,700 graded, 2,800 graded. So a much, much higher gem rate with BGS. And, you know, folks, we send a lot of cards in. This is a really well-centered one. But we send a lot in, and a lot of them come back as 9s or raw because people do min grades on them, and then they get sent to BGS, and I would bet they become 9.5s or 10s. Just look at those numbers. Those numbers right there are why BGS is just over half the value of a PSA 10. The numbers don't lie. It's just harder to get a PSA 10. Some really cool Topps Chrome baseball autos coming up. We have a Kyle Lewis, unanimous MVP, orange refractor auto, PSA 10. You know, if you're buying Kyle Lewis, you think he's undervalued. He's a very low multiplier of Luis Robert. He's like 1/8 of Luis Robert or 1/6 of Luis Robert cards. You know, this could be a great pickup. I know it's a Bowman Chrome. Topps Chromes are better when it comes to rookie cards. But what a gorgeous looking card. Fernando, Tatis, purple refractor auto. Topps Chrome number to 250, 34 of 250. Again, all of these cards are going to go up. It doesn't matter. I don't see the auto market moving as much as the commodity market, like the updates and stuff like that. But still, if you could pick anything like this up, I would be buying it all day long. You'll see increases going up the next month or two, for sure. Justin Herbert, blue mosaic. Now this is a perfect example of a strategy that we employ. Last one did 2,200. There might not be so many more blue mosaic PSA 10s, who knows? But if I can get 2,000 to 2,200 for this, I'm selling it today because I know I can get it for about 1,500 in 3 to 4 months. There's going to be more brands coming out. There's going to be more high-end stuff coming out. It does have upside potential. It's close to the color match jersey, right? Instead of the light blue, it's the blue, which is a really cool look. It's a gorgeous card. Super, super sharp. You know, the corners look great. But use the extra money when you sell it. Make money with that money, and then go buy it again if it's something you want. Fernando, Tatis, Independence Day, numbered 5 of 76. These Independence Day cards have really taken off. They're around the same value as the blacks that are a little bit lower numbered. Probably not worth as much. Probably worth a little bit less actually, but a lot more than the pinks that are of 50 and the light blues that are of 50. People really fall in love with this set. This is a really well-centered one. As you can see, there's a little white on this corner. It's probably hard to see in the picture. You know, when you don't have it up close, it's much harder to see. But a gorgeous copy nonetheless. And I know who hit this, and it's going into his collection, and nobody's gonna have a shot at it for a while. And last up, Kobe Silver PSA 10 select first year. Last one did about $3,500. A PSA 9 is about $1,000. First year select is probably going to catch on the same way that first year Prism did if it hasn't already. And Kobe cards are just out of control. I expect these to definitely increase in value over time, and it's just awesome to see cards like this come back. You know, like I said from the beginning of this video, we did this so we don't show the same stuff over and over and over and over again. You know, I know it that some people want to see those cards, and we'll do those submissions throughout the week. We do have a bunch of express orders coming back and standard orders coming back this week, along with bulk. We already know that's in the mail on the way back to us. So there'll be orders every day. You're going to get a video every day. We just wanted to change it up for today. And you know what? If you guys like this, comment below. Let us know you like this, and we'll try to do this format more often. So remember, if you like the video, want to see more, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. And that is it for today's video. I look forward to the next one. Thanks a lot, guys.